right there and very, very wonderful day because we have calculations involving indices. Indices too, that's what we have today. Now, let's take them one after the other. We have watched laws of indices. That will give you a very, very fantastic wings to climb when you see the calculation aspect. It's very, very simple. Now, we are giving 6 raised to the power of 4 times 6 raised to the power of 3. When I see multiplication, as I told you, I remember a raised to the power of n times a raised to the power of n. I remember that quickly. And what is it equals to? It's equals to a raised to the power of n plus n. That was equals to a raised to the power of n plus n. Now that's you just play role now quickly. So I'll be having that 6 raised to the power of 4, 6 raised to the power of 3 is equals to 6 raised to the power of 4 plus 3. And that is equals to 6 raised to the power of 7. Right? That's my answer. Number 2, 5 raised to the power of 3 divided with 5 raised to the power of 2. This is still another wonderful one. If you still remember a raised to the power of m divided with a raised to the power of n. We can remember that. Now we have a raised to the power of n minus n. Yes. So now if I apply that, because they are dividing, when they are dividing, I subtract the powers. So therefore, they are dividing. So what will I be having? I will be having 5 to the power of 3 divided with 5 to the power of 2 equals to 5 to the power of, they are dividing according to this law, and they are the same 5 and 5. Yes, so we have 3 minus 1, 2, which is equals to 1, 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. And so I can end here as my answer. Now, if somebody can still say, I don't want to end here, I remember the third law. The third law states that a to the power of 1 is equals to a. So 5 to the power of 1 is equals to 1. 5. That's still my answer. Okay, number 3. 5,000 raised to the power of 0 times 2 raised to the power of minus 1 times 8. 5,000 raised to the power of 0 times 2 raised to the power of minus 1 times 8. Another very simple one that we will enjoy. Now, 5,000 raised to the power of 0. Remember the 7th law. A raised to the power of 0 is 1. Anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. Therefore, 5,000 raised to the power of 0 is 1 times. Now, 2 raised to the power of minus 1. Remember the law that states that a raised to the power of minus 1 is equals to 1 over a. In other way around, 1 over a is equals to a raised to the power of minus 1. Both are the same thing. So it means that I can change 2 raised to the power of minus 2. According to this law, I can change it to 1 over 2. Yes, that both are the same thing. So far it is minus 1, I can change it. So we have it that this is equals to 1. It's actually equals to 1 over 2. Right? Then times 8. Now at this point, it's just fraction. So fraction over 1. Now 2 divided itself is 1. 2 divided 4, 8 is 4. So my answer is just 4. 1 times 1 times 4 is what? It's 4. Number 4. 3 raised to the power of 2 in brackets raised to the power of 3 times 3 raised to the power of minus 3. Today is bright, as I told you, so we are just taking bright question as it followed on. Now, 3 raised to the power of 2 in bracket times 3. Now I told you something. The law. A raised to the power of m, then n, and m. According to the law, m will multiply the power itself. So we have a raised to the power of n times what? Times m. Now, n times m will give you what? n. So that's the law. Now, if I still apply this here, what will I be having? I'll be having 3 raised to the power of 2. Then 3 times 3 raised to the power of minus 3. Now, if I apply this law, what will I be having? 3 raised to the power of 2. According to this law, that this power outside will multiply the power of the base inside. So 3 will multiply 2, the power of 3 inside the bracket, which is the base. So times 3, right? Then times 3 raised to the power of minus 3, right? 2 times 3 is what? Is 6. So I have 3. 2 times 3 is 6 times 3 raised to the power of minus 3. Now this is equal to what? It's equal to the first law, the addition law. And what does the addition law state? A to the power of m times a to the power of n is equals to a to the power of m plus n. That I add the powers when they are multiplied and they have the same base. Now they have 3 and 3. So what will I do? I'll add this power. So I'll be having 3, just one single power. 6 plus, the law has plus. So just have plus. Then look at minus 3. Let me just put it in a small bracket. Minus 3. So what I just did. And this is equals to, when plus and minus brings together, a multiplication format. Minus used to overcome. Learn that one today. That plus times minus is minus. So I have 3 raised to the power of 6 minus 3. And 6 minus 3 is what? Is 3. So therefore, I'll have 3 raised to the power of 3. 3 raised to the power of 3 is my final answer. Somebody can still decide to add the whole number. 3 raised to the power of 3 is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. That's correct. Finally, in the calculation involving indices, this calculation aspect is just the basics. Our next video, we'll not be looking at further cases. Calculation involving indices too. We're taking some questions that will enlighten us in the study of indices. And these are just the basic questions that we'll just take this week. Just 5 of them, and I hope you grab the concept. Let's take the final one. A raised to the power of minus 3 times a raised to the power of minus 2. Multiplication. Very, very simple. So you remember this is quite similar to our law, right? Now that a raised to the power of m times a raised to the power of n is quite similar. It's quite similar. And that's equals to a raised to the power of n plus n. It's quite similar. Yes, it's quite similar. So if I apply that here, I'll be having a raised to the power of minus 2. Now, the law said that when they are, multiplied, they are powers add up. So it means that I'll be having plus, then minus 3. Just in a bracket as I told you the other time, minus 3. So I have a minus 2. Plus minus, as I told you, when they join together, I have minus 3. Therefore, my final answer will be what? Now, minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. So I just have minus 5. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. That's my answer. So here is the power of minus 5. So